A German grocery chain just spent $9 billion to revolutionize how Americans buy groceries. And if you buy groceries every week, what happens next affects your wallet, whether you shop at Aldi or not. In the last 12 months, 17 million Americans walked into an Aldi for the first time. 1 in 3 U.S. households now shops there. The company just announced 180 new store openings in 2026, the most in its 50-year American history, while quietly converting hundreds of former Winn-Dixie locations across the Southeast. By the end of this year, Aldi will operate nearly 2,800 stores in 39 states. And here's the part that should alarm every other grocery chain in America. While Walmart, Target, and Kroger are raising prices because of tariffs, Aldi just dropped prices on over 400 products. They're not absorbing the hit. They're built differently, and most shoppers don't understand how. Today, we're exposing the Aldi secrets that separate shoppers who save hundreds every year from the ones who never realize what they're missing. A return policy so generous it sounds unbelievable. A tariff shield that makes Aldi deals stronger right now than at any point in the last decade. And a stacking system that turns the cheapest grocery store in America into something even cheaper. Let's get into it. Number 9. The German machine that makes everything cheaper and why no American store can replicate it. Walk into an Aldi and the first thing you notice is what's missing. No giant displays, no end cap promotions, no army of employees restocking shelves, no music, no loyalty cards, no coupons, no self-service deli. The store feels stripped down because it is. And every single thing they stripped out is money that stays in your pocket. Here's how the machine works. You need a quarter to unlock a shopping cart, so you return it yourself. No cart collectors needed. You bag your own groceries. No baggers needed. Products sit in the same shipping boxes they arrived in, torn open on the shelves. No restocking team needed. The store carries roughly 1,400 products. A typical Walmart carries over 30,000. Fewer products mean smaller stores, fewer employees, lower rent, lower electricity, lower everything. And the biggest piece, over 90% of what Aldi sells is its own private label. No middleman, no brand licensing fees, no billion-dollar advertising campaigns. Aldi controls the product from factory to shelf. And every dollar they don't spend on marketing is a dollar they take off your price tag. The result is groceries that cost 30 to 50% less than the same items at a traditional supermarket. They don't cut quality, they cut costs you never wanted to pay for. Number 8, the $9 billion expansion most shoppers haven't noticed yet. Aldi isn't just growing. It's conquering territory faster than any grocery chain in American history. 180 new stores in 2026, entering Colorado for the first time. And the move that changed everything, the acquisition of 400 Winn-Dixie and Harvey's supermarket locations across the Southeast. If your local Winn-Dixie recently closed or looks different, there's a good chance an Aldi is about to open in its place. 80 stores are being converted this year, with 200 total by 2027. Same parking lot, same building, prices 30 to 50% lower. And here's the part that benefits you even if you never step foot inside an Aldi. Economists call it the Aldi effect. When Aldi opens in a new community, nearby grocery stores drop prices by an average of 7% within 3 months just to compete. Every Walmart, Kroger, and Publix near a new Aldi quietly lowers its prices. You save money at every store in the neighborhood simply because Aldi showed up. Number 7. The tariff shield that makes Aldi the strongest bargain in America right now. In 2025, tariffs hit imported goods hard. Every major grocery chain in the country started raising prices. Walmart's CEO publicly warned shoppers to expect higher costs. Target followed. Kroger adjusted, but Aldi did the opposite. They dropped prices on over 400 products heading into summer 2026 and promised shoppers $100 million in collective savings. How is that possible when everyone else is raising prices? Because Aldi's 90% private label model means they control their own supply chain. Aldi skips the middlemen other chains rely on, locks in long-term supplier contracts, and keeps costs low enough to absorb the pressure. Their overhead is so thin that tariff exposure barely registers. The gap between what you pay at Aldi and what you pay everywhere else is wider right now than it's been in years. A market basket comparison in early 2026 showed Aldi beating Walmart on 77% of comparable items. On staples like eggs, milk, and bread, the savings reached 40%. While other stores are testing how much more you'll tolerate paying, Aldi is cutting prices and opening 180 new front doors. That's not a coincidence, that's a strategy. Number 6, the app almost nobody noticed. In March 2026, Aldi quietly rebuilt its entire app from scratch in partnership with Instacart. The rollout barely made headlines, and most shoppers are missing one of the most powerful free tools in grocery shopping right now. The new app does two things that directly save you money. First, it shows you every current price drop before you leave your house. Aldi runs permanent price reductions on hundreds of items at any given time, separate from weekly sales. These aren't clearance items being pushed out. They're staples Aldi decided to make permanently cheaper. The app shows you exactly which ones so you can plan your list around the deepest discounts before you walk through the door. Second, the app previews this week's Aldi finds, the rotating limited quantity items that change every Wednesday. These used to be a mystery until you showed up. Now you can see what's coming and show up Wednesday morning before the best items sell out. Download the app before your next trip. Check price drops, preview Aldi finds, and build your list around both. That's the real value, knowing where the savings are before you leave your house. Number 5, the markdown calendar hiding in plain sight. Most grocery stores bury their markdowns randomly. Aldi runs them on a clock, and once you learn the schedule, you stop paying full price for anything that's about to go on sale. Anyway, here's the system. Bakery items get marked down 50% exactly 2 days before their expiration date. Bread, rolls, pastries, half price, perfectly fresh for another day or two. Check the date on the package. The identical loaf with a 50% sticker is often sitting right next to the full-price one. Most shoppers never look. Produce and meat follow the same pattern. Red stickers appear when items approach their sell-by date, starting at 30% off and climbing to 50%, sometimes 70%, as the date gets closer. The best window is Tuesday and Wednesday mornings when new shipments arrive and older stock gets its deepest discounts. One shopper bought a month's worth of ground beef for half the normal price on a Tuesday morning, froze it all, and didn't buy meat again until the next month. Same quality, half the cost, zero waste. Damaged packaging is another hidden discount most shoppers ignore. A dented can, a crumpled box, a slightly torn label. The food inside is identical. Many Aldi locations offer an additional 10 to 20% off for cosmetic damage. You won't see a sign advertising this. You have to bring the item to the register and ask. Number 4, the return policy that sounds too good to be real. Imagine buying groceries, eating them, deciding you didn't like them, and getting both your money back and another package for free. That sounds impossible, but Aldi does exactly this. And they've been doing it for years. Aldi calls it the twice as nice guarantee. If you buy any Aldi brand food product and you're not satisfied for any reason, Aldi will refund your full purchase price and give you a free replacement of the same item. You get your money back plus the product again for free. That's not a typo. You walk out with double. No other grocery chain in America offers anything close. Walmart, Target, and Costco give you a refund. Aldi gives you a refund and a replacement. The policy covers every Aldi exclusive food product, roughly 90% of the store. You need the receipt and the remaining product or packaging. One shopper bought a bag of Aldi frozen shrimp, cooked it, thought the texture was off. She brought the bag and receipt back the next day, explained she wasn't satisfied, and walked out with her money back, plus a fresh bag of the same shrimp. No argument, no suspicion, no manager override. That's a $16 bag of shrimp that cost her $0 after the return. Here's why Aldi can afford this, because the overwhelming majority of customers never need it. When your products genuinely deliver on quality, offering a generous return on the rare miss is the cheapest loyalty program in grocery. Aldi isn't worried about abuse. They're buying your trust, and it's working. Number 3, the store redesign Aldi is testing right now and what it means for your next visit. In April 2026, Aldi opened a completely redesigned store in Aventura, Florida. It looks nothing like the Aldi you're used to. New layout, new flow, new fixtures, 14 years in development. And this isn't a one-off experiment. It's the template for every new Aldi built from here on out. Here's what matters. The classic Aldi layout was designed for speed and cost. Get in, grab boxes off pallets, get out. The new format keeps the low prices but makes finding products faster and more intuitive. The low-cost philosophy hasn't changed. The shopping experience has. But store layout also changes how much you spend. In the old format, the Aldi Finds middle aisle was positioned so you had to walk through it to reach staples. The new format still uses this strategy, but sharpens it, making the store feel less chaotic while keeping the impulse triggers exactly where they work best. If it's not on your list, it's the store doing its job, not a deal you happen to stumble into. If your local Aldi gets remodeled in the next year or two, expect a cleaner, faster shopping experience with the same prices. If it hasn't been remodeled yet, the rule stays the same: list first, perimeter first, distractions last. Number 2, the cashback hack Aldi pretends doesn't exist. Aldi has no loyalty program, no rewards card, no coupons. They say skipping all of that keeps prices low, and that's true. But it also means shoppers walk out with zero cash back, while Kroger, Target, and Walmart shoppers earn 1 to 5% back every trip. There's a powerful workaround Aldi never mentions. Fetch, Ibotta, Receipt Hog. 3 free apps that accept every Aldi receipt. Open the app, snap a photo, and the points start adding up. Fetch rewards every receipt. Ibotta pays cash back on eligible products. Receipt Hog turns receipts into PayPal cash or Amazon credit. None of these are Aldi programs, but they work with every Aldi receipt every time. One viewer told us she scans every Aldi receipt into Fetch and Ibotta. Over 12 months of weekly shopping, she earned roughly $180 in gift cards and cash back without changing a single thing about how she shops. Same groceries, same Aldi, same day. The only difference is she takes a photo of her receipt before she starts her car. Aldi's prices are already 30 to 50% below competitors, and adding 2 to 4% cash back on top through receipt apps is stacking a discount on a store that's already the cheapest option. That receipt isn't trash. It's cash back most people never claim. Number 1, the Aldi stack that turns the cheapest grocery store in America into something even cheaper. Everything we've covered saves you money on its own, but the real advantage comes from running all of it together every single trip. Most Aldi shoppers use 1 or 2 of these moves by accident. You're about to use all of them on purpose. Move 1, plan before you leave. Open the Aldi app. Check the current price drops. Preview this week's Aldi finds. Build your shopping list around what's already discounted. You walk in with a plan instead of wandering. Move 2, time it right. Wednesday mornings for Aldi finds, when fresh limited quantity items hit the shelves before anyone else gets to them. Tuesday mornings for the deepest markdown stickers on produce and meat. Never Saturday afternoon. Move 3, work the markdown calendar. Bakery items 2 days before expiry, 50% off. Red stickers on meat and produce, 30 to 70% off depending on how close the date is. Damaged packaging? Ask at the register for an extra 10 to 20% off. Check dates, check stickers, check dents. 3 essential scans before anything goes in your cart. Move 4, try new products risk-free. The twice as nice guarantee means every Aldi brand food product comes with a safety net. Try the Aldi version first. If it's good, you just save 30 to 50% permanently. If it's not, you get your money back plus a replacement. You never lose money experimenting. Move 5, scan the receipt. Before you start your car, open Fetch or Ibotta. Snap a photo of your receipt. 30 seconds. Points and cash back accumulate automatically, adding another 2 to 4% back on top of prices that are already among the lowest in the country. Now, watch all 5 moves run on a real trip. You check the app before leaving. Price drops show Atlantic salmon at $8.69 a pound. You drive to Aldi on a Tuesday morning. You grab the salmon at the lowered price, then find a month's worth of ground beef on the markdown rack at 50% off. $12 worth of meat for $6. You spot a dented box of specially selected pasta. Ask at the register, get another 15% off. You grab an Aldi brand cereal you've never tried because the twice as nice guarantee means you risk nothing. You pay, walk to your car, and scan the receipt into Fetch. A grocery run that would have cost $85 at Walmart just cost you $47 at Aldi, plus $1.50 in cash back from the receipt app. You saved $39 on a single trip. Do that once a week for a year. That's over $2,000 that stays in your bank account instead of going to a grocery store that charges you extra for name brand packaging, celebrity commercials, and a parking lot full of shopping carts someone has to collect because they didn't think of the quarter trick 60 years ago. Every other grocery chain in America is built to make money off your habits. Aldi is built to make money off efficiency. Once you learn the difference, you stop paying for someone else's overhead. Next time you walk into an Aldi, pause and ask yourself, am I just buying groceries, or am I running a system? Because now you know the system every other grocery store hopes you'll never learn. Drop your best Aldi find in the comments. Your biggest save, your best markdown story. We read every single one. And if someone you know is still overpaying at Walmart or Kroger without realizing there's an Aldi 10 minutes away, send them this video. We don't just save money, we expose the system. Subscribe, stay sharp, and we'll see you in the next one.